Who doesn't love a good old TV show about politics? It doesn't even matter what type of show you make because politics is so broad that literally any single genre can be good for it. Drama, comedy, and anything in between. This show especially is in between. Grandpa Goes to Washington was a dramedy that aired from 1978 to 1979 on NBC. The show follows the story of Joe Kelly, played by Jack Albertson, a retired political science teacher who, after being forced to retire, decides, what the heck, I'll run for Senate. And despite the fact that his super outsider status makes it so that it is very unlikely that he will win, somehow he does. So he moves to Washington, D.C. with his son Kevin, played by Larry Linville, who is an Air Force general that disagrees with his dad politically, and shenanigans regarding the senator's career ensues. Man, this show seems really interesting. I wonder where I can watch this show. No. That's right. After 11 episodes, the show was not only cancelled, but it never got a home media release and is now regarded as lost media. Currently, all we can find of it are some commercials that were to lead into the show, promotional pictures from newspapers, etc., allegedly the theme song for the show, but the most interesting thing is plot summaries of every single episode. And to fill out the video's runtime, I'm just going to go over every single episode's plot. Pilot. Kelly wins his seat because his opponent is in a sex scandal, moves in with his son, daughter-in-law, and 2 grandkids. Birthday party. Kelly decides to investigate the president spending a ton of money on his own birthday party. But his granddaughter is dating the first son. Hijinks ensue. Kelly inherits Tony. Kelly and his assistant push a bill to stop the firing of federal employees living with people they are not married to. Kelly at the bat. Kelly goes toe-to-toe with a real estate developer to save his grandson's favorite ballpark. Kelly's best friend. Kelly's best friend visits him in order to get a political favor. The senator's widow. A Senate colleague of Kelly dies, and their wife takes his place. Kelly tries to align himself with her. She perceives it as a flirtation. The leak. False information about Kelly is leaked. A star is dead. Kelly has to help a silent screen actor prove they are not dead after Social Security has marked them as such. The red hot gift. A Rolls Royce appears in Kelly's driveway and is assumed to be a political bribe. Grace. Kelly introduced a domestic security bill and his friend Grace is arrested for attempting to help him. The Union Boys. Kelly investigates a corrupt union leader. And yeah, with that, we basically have covered everything we have regarding the show. Now you might say, why should we care about this show? This show seems like just a relic of its time. And I think that's exactly why this show should probably still be around. Because it is just a really interesting time capsule. It's a show that was made post-Watergate, pre-Reagan, 2 events that have radically shifted the politics of the era. So this particular section of history, we don't really have that much in regards to shows or anything regarding politics in that era. At least for that, I'm pretty sure you could probably find a movie or a comic book that goes into a lot of politics within the era at the time. But something that was more available to a mainstream audience, I don't know. And since it is relatively close to our era, maybe we can actually get a search going. Although I really don't necessarily know where to look anymore. There was really only one lead that I had in regards to this show, and that was the composer, Artie Butler. Everyone else involved with the show was basically a nobody or is long dead. Artie was interesting because he actually had an online presence. So I shot him an email basically saying, hey, I know this is a long shot, but you were the composer for this show from the 70s, so do you happen to have anything regarding this show, or do you happen to know where to look? And he actually replied rather quickly with, thank you for writing to me. Unfortunately, I can't help you, as I do not have any material from that show. I pushed again saying, well, do you know anybody who might have any information? But I haven't received a response. Which I personally take as, it's essentially a dead road, leave it alone. So aside from contacting Paramount or CBS itself, or maybe hoping in vain that somebody happened to record an episode or 2, or maybe hypothetically the whole show, this is probably going to remain lost. Very unfortunate, But these things happen. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the future video of mine comes out. And if you're interested in more content from me, you can go to my website, follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, or consider supporting me on Patreon.
Who the heck are you?
Who I am isn't that important. What is important is what I can offer you. You three were abandoned by him. We share a kinship in that regard.
Really? Because I don't recall seeing a show starring you on either channel.
Mine's a little less noticeable, but I can assure you I share your pain. Abandoned, forgotten, synonym number 3. Doesn't it make your blood boil that after using you to get some sort of small form of clout, he abandons you just to get some new form of clout? I say we should give him a piece of our minds. But weren't you promised more fame? That you would become one of the newer focuses for his channel? And then almost immediately afterwards, he pulls the plug on the whole thing? This offer is not particularly for you. You are more than welcome to join us in our struggle. However, I feel that this decision more directly affected these two, and as such, this decision falls upon their hands. So, what do you say?